then create spaces. Because I have information on that. Some of these interns have told me about that. Because you see, whatever we are doing, whatever explanation we are giving, there is no single fault on the side of the intern. So the intern can't do anything about our excuses, about our rotating, about our poor planning. The intern is only saying, please, I need to complete my education. Facilitate me to meet your requirement. Me, I'm available. It's you who requires. If you don't, you can even waive it off. And you leave me, I practice as a doctor. It's you who is setting conditions, but denying me opportunities to fulfill your conditions. So what are those conditions for? Okay? So I had Erute.
Thank you, the Right Honorable Speaker. I'm Christina Keller, Member of Parliament from Erute North constituency. Honorable Minister, this thing is reoccurring. This shows that you people are not organized. Because how can you admit students that yet you don't have the structures, you cannot accommodate? And the way you're saying 1 supervisor against 5, why don't you make it to 10? And if that is the case, why don't we limit the number depending on the availability of resources? You don't bite, you cannot accommodate what you cannot manage. And Right Honorable Speaker, remember last year the president said we want sciences, we are promoting sciences, and the ministry is frustrating the science students. We sell land to educate students, and as we speak now, every sector after training people go for internship. It's automatic and it's mandatory. But why is it that your ministry is not doing that? Right Honorable Speaker, this thing is frustrating. As we speak now, some of the students have ended up into drugs. Some of them are committing suicide because they have lost land, and they thought after finishing they are going to compensate for the loss of the land. So the minister, please think twice before you act. We cannot sit and watch our students on the street. I beg to submit. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Choma.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, and I want to thank the Minister for the statement. About this, about the lack of coordination between universities and the ministries. Honorable Minister, I want to be convinced, because you seem to suggest that actually the universities are giving more interns as outputs than required. However, when you look at the audit reports, Right Honorable Speaker and the colleagues, there are very many staffing gaps in all regional referral hospitals. Leave alone regional referral hospitals. Even when you go to our health center 4s, 3s, there are no medical personnel. So now, is it really true that there is a miscoordination between the universities and the ministry, or actually we still need more of these medical personnel? Don't forget about really the government's effort really to emphasize sciences. So, Right Honorable Speaker, I think, Honorable Minister, we are behind you. We have to support you in terms of the budget, because we need these people, and someone has already suggested, I think it is Dr. Face, that if it means a supplementary, then we do it, because we really need these people, are very essential. We cannot do away with them. I beg to submit.
Yumbe Hajat Avako Merisa.
Thank you so much, Right
Honorable
Honorable
colleagues,
Speaker.
I had done a round of the people I had picked, so you'll first
Also,
forgive me.
allow me join my colleagues to thank Almighty God for saving your life and the colleagues you are with. And allow me thank Minister for this important statement. Honorable colleagues, the interns we are talking about are our children, and we are saying that these children should really attain the level that we send them to attain. And our policy is very clear. We are focusing about training, recruitment, and retaining. Honorable Minister, it's very important that between the schedule of enrollment to intensive period, the government should have planned for these children. I really suggest that we should not take long to address their plight. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Honorable Nzima. No, colleagues, I've already picked. I did a round.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I also want to join my colleagues to thank God to have saved your life. Mr. Speaker, sir, when I listened, first of all, I want to thank the Minister for the statement. When we talk about internship, it's not just internship per se, it's an examination. Just like also for teachers, they have school practice. And therefore, when you deny internship to medical students, actually you are delaying them to finish their course. And also you are stopping them to finish one particular examination for a year. The implication of the statement is that the ministry seems not to be aware of the population of these students. Each time when we launch more institutions to offer medicine, we should expect more number of students to graduate from these universities. And this will give us also the impression that the number of students will increase. Mr. Speaker, sir, just like other courses where a private scheme is accepted, and also for private students, particularly from foreign countries, they seem to do it on their own privately. I wanted to know from the minister, if the government cannot raise enough money for all these students, which is the reason for the delay of their deployment, can't the ministry open it also freely for those who can sponsor themselves, so that those who can afford can go ahead. Those who want to wait from the ministry or the government could wait. Why is it restricted to for everyone? That's what I wanted to get from the minister. Thank you.
Chenga.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I want to remind the Honorable Minister that there are students, the interns, who finished 3 years ago and they have never got the placements and they are only loitering around. Right Honorable Speaker, this is so painful to the parent who pays for 5 years to the child, and after 5 years, the child cannot get placement. I think in this house we have always talked about priorities. This is a priority. I have seen these students crying, and actually yesterday I saw the police beating them up because they are demonstrating. Yesterday I saw the police beating them, and I wondered, why are we doing these things? Today we wake up and tell the public that we want people to study sciences, and at the end of it all, we don't know how to help the scientists. I think it is something bad, doing things without planning in this country. It is disturbing everybody.
Okay.
The Prime Minister said that they have only 73 centers. The Minister, in her report, that they have only 73 centers. Why don't you?
Thank you. Honorable Yume. Then Kumi, Honorable question.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker and colleagues, I would like to put this into context. We are all parents here, and think through this, that you've struggled. You're that parent from Kakumiro, Amur, Amolata, Koboko, who has sold produce, goats, and your child has graduated. There's a reason to celebrate. and you have to wait another 2 years to be deployed and to be paid. That's the context in which we should look at it from. Right Honorable Speaker, I think the mischief is in the planning, and I think we are crucifying Ministry of Health wrongly. It's a financial issue, and it's an education issue, a planning issue. Right Honorable Speaker, Right Honorable Speaker, there are 17 universities that train health workers. Kampala International University produces half of these. As somebody who trained, I'm not so sure how you can have 500 students in a class, both for dentistry, medicine, nursing, and midwifery. We need to interrogate how they are doing it. Do they have the requisite number of lecturers, or we are getting half-baked personnel? Secondly, Right Honorable Speaker, my prayer is we find this money, pay the interns, and we reset the clock to zero. As I conclude, Right Honorable Speaker, it's not only about paying the interns, but it is where we are going to accommodate them. Mbale Regional Referral Hospital needed 590 million shillings, the price of a V8 Land Cruiser, which the front bench buys every financial year for their ministers. But we could not provide this in the budget. Masaka Regional Referral Hospital needed 600 million shillings to complete their ICU. It was an unfunded priority. So it is beyond only payment for interns. There is equipment, there is the consultants who are going to train these people, and so many other things. So we need to look at it from that context. Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Christine.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker. And thanks to the Almighty for saving you. I also want to take this opportunity to thank the colleagues for the prayers you gave. At the time I was seriously struggling for health, and I want to say thank you to the Almighty God. Right Honorable Speaker, I want to appreciate the statement placed by the Honorable Minister. And in one of the statements, she said, the Minister of Finance, even went ahead to make a statement to say, with no hope for the supplementary. According to the presentations here, we actually have to support this supplementary for this course. May I find out from the Ministry of Finance whether it is ready to support the position of Parliament, because this is critical. Like other colleagues have said, during planning, this is the time I also call upon the Budget Committee to listen to some of the priorities that chairpersons of committees present at the time when we are doing budgeting. Because I want to believe that the committees discussed about the importance of internship and even generated figures which needed to be honored. Where is the problem? I'm happy the members are supplementing, but of course, I have to be on record. Then finally, as other members have already stated, one of the most expensive courses in this country is medicine, the medical courses. And many people have given testimonies to that effect. May I find out what can be taken as a step forward to have the supervisors increased? As the minister placed the challenges, she said one of the problems is also what? The shortage in the supervisors. Whose problem is that? Is it that we are not allocating money to have these people recruited so that they can do the supervision? But basically, the problem has been on what? On the inadequate funding or inadequate budget, which we must find a solution to, Mr.
Thank you. Now, Attorney General, we have a dilemma, for goodness sake. Because personally, I've been paying for some of these students. Okay? And the students have come, and I'm ready to pay their allowances like how I've been paying their fees. I'm ready. They have completed the course. They don't want your allowance even. Okay? What they want is to qualify so that they go and take up other opportunities. Now what can we do? Because why I want the Attorney General to guide. If I've done my part, the rest is in your court as a government. What do we do about it?